And I say, Nite, Mr. Dillian Whyte. What's going on, y'all, man? Chuck P. C-Ville's finest, man. Realville, Holyfield, number 64. Hey, man. I told you so. That motherfucker, that motherfucker got knocked, sparked out in the fifth round, y'all. Dillian Whyte taking up a Veckin earlier today at the Eddie Estates, Matchroom Square Gardens in England. That damn Eddie Hearn had that motherfucker all them pyros and fireworks every motherfucking where, man. He had it lit up in that motherfucker. And y'all, I gotta say, man, Dillian Whyte, he looked good. He looked good at first. In the fourth round, he knocked that motherfucker down twice. He knocked that motherfucker down twice in the fourth round. Povetkin looked old, man. He looked old. But he been old. That motherfucker been old for a long fucking time. But that motherfucker still give you some work. Man, in the fifth round, that motherfucker landed a beautiful left uppercut right on the button. Remember how that motherfucker was sliding down them goddamn ropes against Anthony Flopshua's ass? That's exactly how that motherfucker was sliding down them goddamn ropes again against motherfucking Alexander Sasha Povetkin. Now we don't have to worry or hear about, oh, I've been the mandatory for over 1,000 days. That shit dead now. It's over. I knew that shit was going to happen, man. I knew it. And I'm going to talk about this Katie Taylor and Pursuing fight, too. Now, Katie Taylor, she did land clean shots. She kind of controlled the pace a bit better than what she did the first time. But that goddamn Pursuing, man, the pressure she was putting on Katie Taylor. She put pressure on that motherfucker the whole fucking fight. She was like a mini Sean Porter out in that motherfucker. Pressure fighter, man. Just like how she was doing in the first fight. It was just like the first fight. But the thing about this fight, though, it seemed like Pursuing didn't have no pop behind her shot. She didn't have no type of power, man. But Katie Taylor was landing some good, clean shots. They had a unanimous decision. I don't know if it should have been unanimous, but I felt Katie Taylor won it, man. But Pursuing put pressure on her, man. She put pressure on that girl all night. What's up, cool, man? Oh, yeah. Hey, it was just delaying the inevitable, cool, man. I knew that motherfucker was going to get fucked up, man. I knew it, bro. I was telling everybody that shit. And Dillian Whyte ain't shit, man. But you know something? His whole demeanor was he wasn't even the same Dillian, though, man. Even throughout fight week. The press conference, man, this motherfucker was all cool and smooth. He wasn't talking no shit. I'm like, man, Dillian, no, man. Dillian can feel it, man. That motherfucker got fucked up. Man, dude, I felt my boy Del Boy won the first fight when they fought. I felt Del Boy got robbed of that first fight. He knocked Del Boy ass out in that second one. But hey, I felt that motherfucker got robbed, man. Dillian Whyte, that motherfucker ain't all that, man. Povetkin looked old though, man. He did. He looked old, man. I tell you what, whether it be Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury or whoever fight that motherfucker next, they gonna beat that motherfucker, man. They beating Povetkin. But hey, entertaining fight. That's one motherfucking thing about Dillian Whyte, though. He'll give your ass an exciting fight. Every time that motherfucker fight, man, you know some shit go pop off. But yeah, man, we got a lot motherfuckers saying this is a shocker. It's a shocker. This ain't no motherfucking shocker. This ain't no motherfucking shocker, not to me. I knew that motherfucker Pavecki, and he came in and he looked great, man. He was in shape, bro. The best I had ever seen him. I said, man, that motherfucker land that motherfucker left hook first. It's curtains. Hey, cool man, you saw my Twitter. You saw what I put up. I had Pavecki knocking that motherfucker out. I knocked that motherfucker Spark out with Pavecki on my shit. But man, before we get into all the news of this week, let's recap last week quickly, okay? Very, very quickly. All right. David Benavidez, man, he looked good, man. He went in there and beat the fuck out of that boy Angola. He destroyed him, man. And the thing is, Angola, man, power puncher too. He was a power puncher, but David Benavidez, man, he made it look so easy. Beautiful combinations, man, just destroyed that boy. But I want to talk about the main thing that happened that motherfucking night that had the whole motherfucking lightweight division buzzing. Rolly Romero. That's it. Rolly Romero, or Rolly, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. He rolled his motherfucking ass into a gift. The biggest motherfucking robbery in boxing history. And we didn't seen Sweet Pea. We didn't seen all types of shit. Just recently, we just saw this goddamn girl, Natasha Jonas, get robbed. This was the biggest fucking robbery in boxing history. And I mean, there's been some robberies throughout the decades. Look, this was blatant, man. I could not fucking believe what the fuck I saw last week in that Rolly Romero fight, man. I was just like, well, I gave Rolly 2 fucking rounds. 2 fucking rounds. And that was being generous. That was being fucking generous. His corner telling him, oh, man, you winning this fight by a landslide. You winning this fight by a landslide. Man, I was rolling like a motherfucker when I was hearing that shit. Man, when them motherfuckers had announced that damn decision, man. Bro, I died and came back. Hey, Rod, what's happening? Yeah, man. Dude, I had died and came back, man. I couldn't fucking believe the motherfuckers that said Rolly won that motherfucker. Then they had a nerve to interview him. He's like, oh, yeah, man. He did nothing. He did nothing. The only thing he did was jab. You can't win the fight by throwing jab. Man, that boy was whooping Riley's ass, man. That's the only thing Riley did was jab. That's the only motherfucking thing he did. And wasn't hitting shit. Well, they said they're going to run it back. You know, everybody talked about this. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, hell, even Oscar De La Hoya even chimed in. He said, that kid got your name in his mouth, Ryan. This motherfucker shitty. He sucks balls. Man, that motherfucker Ryan said that boy got robbed without a gun, man. What type of shit is this? Even Tank had to say something. That's his stablemate over there in Mayweather Promotions. The only motherfucker who was behind Rolly Romero was his buddy, Teofimo Lopez. And even Teofimo know deep down that motherfucker lost that fight, man. That motherfucker know deep down. But Rolly Romero said he gonna run it back with him. He said he gonna run it back immediately. Immediately. So I can't wait to see that shit. But Floyd Mayweather ought to be ashamed of himself, man. Cutting a check to the motherfucking judges like that for Romero. But now let's talk about this week. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman did an interview with my boy Brian Custer, man. Ohio boy, man. Shout out to Brian Custer. Brian Custer, man, that motherfucker getting all the big names on this podcast too, man. They fucking with Brian. I'm glad they showing Brian that love. But Keith Thurman was talking about how he want to fight with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's trainer, Bomac, came out and said, fuck Keith Thurman, man. This motherfucker asking for what, $10 million? The Godfather said that motherfucker lost his goddamn mind. $10 million motherfucking dollars. I keep telling you, motherfucker. Godfather said, I'm not giving up that kind of money, especially for a washed up ass Keith Thurman. Bo Max said that motherfucker is a waste of time and he ain't got shit. We gain nothing from fighting the Keith Thurman. And now I think I might have to cut a little promo here. Man. Because you got some people out here starting to say, Terrence Crawford ducking Keith Thurman. Let me say something. Once upon a time, for the hardcore boxing fans, we witnessed the timeline. We witnessed what the fuck was going on. We saw the shit. Keith Thurman was the fucking man once upon a time. Now, this actually goes more for Errol than Bud, but it applies to both. Man, those motherfuckers was calling out Keith Thurman left and right, man. Keith Thurman has said, oh, Bud got to get a belt. Bud get that fucking WBO belt. Oh, well, Bud got to fight somebody. Oh, EJ hasn't done enough yet. We gonna get there. But we get there when I'm ready. EJ, he always had a fucking excuse. And whenever you turn the camera on that motherfucker, you turn into Casper whenever you mention EJ. So you lose your belts. Now your motherfucking ass want to do business? Man, listen. A lot of people just looking at this shit too much from a fan's point of view. And I'm a fan myself. I want to see good fights. But at the end of the day, man, put yourself in that motherfucking position, man. Now that you got your shit, you want to come holler at me? I'm not doing no motherfucking business with you, dude. I'm not doing no motherfucking business with you. You washed up anyway. Yeah, I don't know who you think you fooling or whoever that you threw. 9 toes out the door, and if you get in the ring with me, there goes the 10th one. There's no point in getting in that motherfucking ring with a Keith Thurman. Neither Errol or Bud. Show that motherfucker the dough, just like he did y'all two motherfuckers. Now, I do want Bud to fight a Sean Porter. I would like to see that. I would definitely like to see that. But as far as Keith Thurman, hell no, fuck it. No, show him the dough, man. Show him the dough. That motherfucker ain't ducking no goddamn Keith Thurman. That motherfucker will watch Keith Thurman. The only thing Keith Thurman got left in him is probably a Kell Brook fight or maybe a Mikey. Other than that, go on about your life and be with your wife. You're washed up. Let's get into some more shit, man. Gary Russell. I goddamn Gary Russell still talking shit, man. Gary Russell still talking shit at Bud. He said, listen, Bud, remember when Deontay Wilder was out in the woods spitting rhymes and shit in the wilderness? Well, it looked like Gary Russell found the same motherfucking woods Deontay Wilder was at and cut a promo in that motherfucker. And he said, hey, Terrence, still trying to make the fight with you. We sent our offer, and we still haven't heard shit back from your ass. He said, don't you be a pussy. He said, but you know what? I got to apologize to somebody. He said, I got to apologize to Bernard Hopkins' son, okay? He was talking some major big shit on B-Hop, man. Some major big shit, And he got his son involved into the conversation. But he said he liked Lil Shorty. He cool with his son. He said, look, man, listen, I apologize, for getting you involved, man. He said, I got love for you, man. He said, but as far as your motherfucking daddy, I ain't apologizing for shit that I said about that motherfucker, because that's the truth. He is a bitch ass motherfucker. I don't want that motherfucker to say shit to me when he see me talking all that motherfucking shit about how I'm gonna get my ass beat against Bud and all this other shit. And he know I got skills. But yeah, I did mention you and everything. I mentioned you getting your ass knocked out and sparring and everything like that and crying and all that other shit. I didn't mean to mention you. Shorty. I apologize, but your daddy's still a bitch. You know, I don't apologize for shit with that. What's up, DD? What's happening? Then the next day he cuts another promo and he got his son sitting on his lap. And he said, you know something, son? Don't grow up to be a sucker. Don't you grow up to be a sucker like Terrence Crawford. Don't you grow up to be a sucker like Tank Davis. Don't you grow up to be a sucker like Leo Santa Cruz. He said, when you grow up, son, I want you to fight the best out there. I want you to fight every motherfucker. I don't give a fuck how small, how big. I want you to fight each and every motherfucker you could come across. Don't be, he said, well, you know, I really can't cuss because I got my little shorty with me. He said, but y'all know what I really want to say. He said, Terrence, make the fight, man. Hey, this motherfucker Gary Russell tripping, man. That motherfucker dead serious about this fight too, man. Man, Bud gonna fuck that boy up, man. They better not make that motherfucking fight. So, man, that's right. I almost forgot to talk about Cecilia Brækhus. Cecilia Brækhus loses her motherfucking undisputed championship. Hey, man, it's upset season. It's upset fucking season, man. And I had said that shit could happen too. With this whole quarantine and this bubble shit, man, listen, a lot of these motherfucking fighters, man, who probably was intimidated by the crowd and shit like that, man, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers gonna step up. A lot of these motherfuckers gonna step up, and a lot of the motherfuckers who need that goddamn crowd, man, they gonna be affected by that shit. A lot of these motherfucking fighters being affected by no crowds being around, man, whether it's good or bad. Just check. Did you spend up all that goddamn money? Oscar De La Hoya comes out of retirement, man. Now, you know, we was talking about this shit for a while. He was talking about how he wanted to fight either fucking Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence, but at 154. I tell you, all these old ass motherfuckers, man, there's something in the water, man. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is, man. Especially in Mike Tyson's case. They don't respect this class, man. They don't respect this class. Look at the shit with Canelo Alvarez, man. Oscar De La Hoya does not respect that motherfucker, man. And a lot of these older cats, truly do believe that they can come back in this current class and become a champion. They don't respect this because they remembering how it was back in the old days, man. They remembering the warriors who climbed through them goddamn ropes, man. Dude, they don't respect this fucking class. I'm telling you, that's what it is, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, we talk about. I was talking about De La Hoya when this shit. What, about a month ago? Yeah. So I mean, De La Hoya gonna get fucked up by Errol Spencer Bud. He better not be serious about that shit. But I'm telling you, man, a lot of that shit, it come down to respect. They don't respect these motherfuckers, man. So check this out, man. Not that it matters. Tyson Fury. This motherfucker set up and said that he is not interested in fighting Dillian Whyte. And if Deontay Wilder doesn't fight at the end of the year, he's moving on to AJ. Eddie Hearn has sent a message to Tyson Fury. And he said, now you listen here. Like I just said, not that this shit doesn't matter. He told that motherfucker, he said, listen, Fury, if you don't fight your mandatory, I will have your motherfucking ass stripped of that WBC title. I will call Mauricio Suleiman and have your motherfucking ass stripped ASAP if you don't serve your motherfucking mandatory. Now, here's the thing. Now that this motherfucker Povetkin is the new mandatory, I don't think that February rule applies to him now. I don't think that February rule applies to him. I don't think that I don't think that they have to serve the mandatory for Povetkin to possibly August or September of next year. So anybody who was wondering that shit about this whole February thing with Dillian Whyte, that shit don't apply for Povetkin. They can kind of move him off to the side a little longer. So shit's getting interesting now, man. Shit's getting interesting, and the night ain't done. The night ain't done. We still got Alvarez in action over on ESPN. That shit should be kicking off in a little bit. And then we got Sean Porter in action against Sebastian. Okay. And that will be on Fox, free TV. It's good to see a top level welterweight in action tonight. I see this being a fucking a showcase fight for Sean Porter. I see Sean going out there, man, and putting on an outstanding performance. The same way he did Paula Malignaggi, the same way he did the boy Devin Alexander. I see one of those performances tonight out of Sean Porter. It's gonna be great. I'm telling you. I forgot to send a big thank you. I want to send a thank you to the hard hitter out there who had helped and contributed to the logo. I love that motherfucker logo, man. I hope everybody liked it, man. Cause that's it. It ain't no turning back now. God damn it. That is what it is. So big shout out, man, to the hard hitter. Just like, man, don't really put me out there all like that. That motherfucker know who they know who they are. Just big shout out to that person. And because I have been wanting the fucking logo since I started. I had asked for a logo, I believe, or like Realville number 2 or 3. I was like, if anybody's an artist or whatever, man, I need a logo. That Knock the F Out podcast logo was kind of serving this double duty. It was kind of serving because it was, the logo for the show. But whenever I would like display something, I would use that. It was kind of serving this double duty. But no, we got the official logo up, man. Hey, Ross said the logo is fine, man. Good looking out, man. And he said, cool, man. Said no need to turn back. Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Dillian Whyte out of there. Yeah, man. I appreciate the love, though, man. I appreciate the love. Still building the blocks, man. Still building the blocks. But we damn near complete, man. We damn near complete. Once we get these fights rolling, I'm still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for that fucking Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Once that fight come to pass and come to fruition, we're gonna start this fucking shit back over again to the way it was before this goddamn pandemic hit. So it's going down. Did he say the logo was great, man? I appreciate it. Always building, always improving. That's it, man. You gotta move forward, bro. Gotta move forward and progress. But much love to y'all, though, man. Much love to y'all. Damn, man, I'm tripping off that shit earlier today with that motherfucker Dillian Whyte, man. That motherfucker got fucked up. Beautiful motherfucking left uppercut from that motherfucker Povetkin. And Povetkin was getting bounced off the fucking canvas the round before. I thought that motherfucker was out. I didn't think he was going to get up from the first knockdown in the 4th round. Man, that old motherfucker kept on trucking. Man. Big shout out to him. But that's going to be the end, fam. That's going to be the end. Whyte will still beat Wilder. Oh, I doubt that, bro. You want to know why? And let me explain why. I'm not the type of motherfucker who just spew out shit and don't have no facts behind it. Dude, Dillian Whyte would just be there to hit. He don't have no head movement, bro. He would just be there to hit, man. Wilder would get his. Even Wilder would place the goddamn right punch on him, man. He just there to hit. You see that motherfucker today? He don't have no head movement or nothing, man. Wilder would tee off on him, bro. Wilder would tee off on him, man. He don't move his head. That motherfucker don't move his head, man. Yeah, man, that motherfucker was melting down them goddamn ropes. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Cleveland. And the motherfucker got stamina issues. And he got stamina issues. Yeah, man, dude. Wilder would spark him, bro. And he there to hit, man. That motherfucker don't move. Shit, stiff as a hard dick, man. Ain't moving, bro. He there. That head ain't going nowhere. Wilder would get that motherfucker out of there, man, within 3 rounds. Shit. That's a Chuck P guarantee for that ass. But I'm telling you, man, Dillian Whyte, he'll be the gatekeeper now. He'll be the gatekeeper. He wouldn't be the Andy Ruiz. He wouldn't be the focus Andy Ruiz, bro. Not Dillian Whyte. I got you, cool, man. Dillian Whyte wasn't gonna beat no fucking King Kong. That's why he ducked and dodged him. He knew that motherfucker knew he wasn't gonna be Povetkin, man. I wish you could have seen his body language, bro. I wish you could have seen him throughout fight week. Dude, that wasn't even Dillian Whyte this week, man. That motherfucker was quiet as a church mouse the whole fucking week. That motherfucker knew. And when Povetkin came in on weigh-in looking like that, I told him, man, that motherfucker Povetkin, that's the best I ever seen him look. Both of them came in shape, though. Dillian Whyte came in shape. But dude, he just not that guy, man. He just not that guy. But I'm looking forward to tonight, man. I'm looking forward to seeing a great performance, an outstanding performance by that motherfucker. Oh, yeah. And Frank Warren was talking shit too. He was like, yeah, fucking Adam Smith fucking interviews me, and he was like, oh, poor Dillian Whyte has to wait over 1,000 days to get in there. He's like, man, listen, fuck all of that. Point blank and period. Let's ask the fans. He said, hell, I even asked you, Adam, what would you rather see? Would you rather see Tyson Fury versus AJ or Tyson Fury versus fucking Dillian Whyte? Nobody wants to see that shit. That motherfucker, Adam Smith was like, well, you know, I'm not going to reply to that. You know, motherfucker, you know your motherfucking ass don't want to see Dillian Whyte, but you know they got that partnership with Matchroom, Sky Sports. You know, Frank Warren, like, man, cut that bullshit, man. Don't nobody want to see no motherfucking Dillian Whyte. Fuck out of here. But yeah, getting back, man. Sean Porter tonight, live on Fox, free fucking TV. You know, it's a good thing they doing that. Oh, the Charlo brothers, I'm happy to announce they back good, man. They back good. You know, Jamal did another motherfucking live the other day. Sitting up talking about, hey, listen, me and my brother good. Y'all motherfuckers stop that bullshit. You know, let's talk about Canelo though. He said, you know, we can talk about Canelo Alvarez and how he ducking. You know, but me and little twin cool. He said, me and twin Charlo cool. And as far as that motherfucker Canelo ducking ass Alvarez. This motherfucker sits up here, man, and he wants to fight Udrew for that vacant 168 belt that Benavidez lost on the scale. DAZN said, fuck that shit, dog. Nah, motherfucker. It ain't happening. You know, you got us with that Rocky Feldon bullshit. You got us with that, you know. And you definitely got us again with that motherfucking Kovalev. You definitely got us again with that fake ass Kovalev fight. Listen, motherfucker, you ain't getting us this time with this shit, motherfucker. Hey, if you do decide to go through this, it's gonna be a $20 fucking million pay cut. But them motherfuckers said, fuck that. We not even behind the fight, period. I'm going to tell you, I think Canelo, if this Udra fight don't happen, that motherfucker gonna fuck around and fight probably Callum Smith. Shit, nah. He'll duck me too. He'll duck me too. And he'll duck me just from a promo that I cut on him. Fuck seeing how I do in the ring. Fuck seeing my last performance in the ring. After I cut a promo on that motherfucker, he'll say, oh no, I'm good. I'm good. On to the next. On to the next. That goddamn Canelo ducking ass Alvarez ought to be ashamed of his goddamn self, man. He ought to be ashamed. But you know what? I think he gonna fuck around and fight Callum Smith if this Udra fight don't come to pass. He'll fight Callum Smith, who got his ass beat by motherfucking John Ryder November 28th of last year. Who got his ass beat by John Ryder. So John Ryder got robbed in that fight. So that's who I think he'll be fighting, Callum Smith. If this Udro, whatever the fuck this motherfucking name is, if that fight don't come to pass. So we gonna see how all this shit shape out, man. But you gotta love boxing, man. I damn sure enjoyed the day. And it ain't over, man. It ain't over. But yeah, man, it's a little dry out there, man. I think, hey, I'm about to go ahead and probably cut the stream. Go ahead and get ready, man, for this fucking 8 o'clock card. It's going down, man. For the ones who's checking this out archive, you know what to do. Follow me on Twitter at ChuckP216. Stay ahead of the game, man. Stay ahead of the game. I was looking for my boy TJ Sports Nation, man. I was looking for his live today, man. Something must have came up, but I was definitely looking for it. Yeah, he gonna have his shit popping up too, y'all. We gotta show support. Show support to all the prospects coming up, man, trying to do something in this shit, man. Because that's all we got, bro. Support each other. Support each other. If you haven't checked out the official launch of the logo, check it out, man. I got it up. I got a nice little fucking, yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. I got a nice little trailer I made for it. Y'all motherfuckers know I like that scary shit, man. Y'all motherfuckers know I like that scary shit, and I love boxing. So, I figured it would be the perfect fucking blend. I figured it'd be the perfect fucking blend. Hell yeah, man. And you too, A-Rod. A-Rod doing this thing, man, on the gaming side of things. So check him out, man. He doing this thing, man. Every Yoma 1219 over there on Twitch. Fucking boys up. I see him over there. Yeah, man. So yeah, y'all. It's going down, man. Next week, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. We getting closer to number 70. We getting closer to number 70. Y'all know how I do it. Every 10th one, we do the 2-hour live party. Since we getting closer to that one, man. But I really wanted to just touch on this motherfucking Dillian Whyte shit. We don't have to hear no more. I've been the mandatory for over 1,000 fucking days. They keep ducking me. No more of that dumb shit. Night, Mr. Dillian Whyte. It's all over. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's right, man. A-Rod putting up shit too, man. Check your shit out, man. Most definitely. So that's it, man. Till next week, y'all. I'm Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. But to you haters, call me your highness. I'm up out of here, man. Much love to y'all, man. Next week is going down again, man.